Good morning and welcome to what will be my first swapping my screen time for reading vlog. So today is, who even knows? Today is August 6th. So I'm using last week's screen time and I'm gonna do like what my screen time was each day. My average was 5 hours and 14 minutes, which is terrible. So much of it was TikTok, but so I'm gonna go off of each day. And so today is Sunday. So today is 4 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, so what I'm gonna be reading is Warcross. I'm currently on page 104 and I'm gonna start the timer. Here we go.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last.
I got to page 127 and now I'm gonna put my son down for a nap. Okay, that was short-lived. Now I still have 3 hours and 54 minutes left and I'm on page 127. I'm loving this book. I'm gonna finish, whenever I finish this, I think I'll probably just end up picking up the sequel because I own it. And I'm currently trying to read 23 books I physically own before I'm letting myself buy any more. But I'm going to keep reading and I'm gonna hit go.
Sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not.
Okay, this book's visuals are like so good. Like she's depicting, like they're describing like the scene of this like very high-tech sci-fi club that they're in. And this is so cool. The premise of this is that basically it's almost like a virtual reality video game that this guy's made in this sci-fi world, and this girl accidentally hacks into like the big competition on day one and then she gets put into the game as like a wildcard player. And that's where I'm at right now, is like she's just been picked on her team and stuff like that, and they're at like the opening ceremony party. And one of the guys on her team is a DJ, like this famous DJ, and like the description of this is crazy. Like this sounds so cool. I when I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to look up fan art and see if there's anything for this because this sounds so unique. But I'm on page 137. I'm gonna keep reading.
But maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Okay. I'm on page 186 and I'm pausing the timer at 3 hours and 13 minutes. I read it for an hour and I'm really liking it, and I think this book is 350 pages. 353. And I'm on page 186. So taking a break for a little bit. I'm gonna go hang out with my husband and then I'll be back. Okay, this lighting is not it. The sun is like going down and I don't love that. But I have 2 hours and 24 minutes left and I just threw my phone on the ground. And I'm on page 257 out of 350, so I'm definitely gonna finish this. I think I'll probably just go ahead and pick up the second book after this because it's a duology. But I'm loving the visuals in this. This is a really fun sci-fi. I love video games, so this is really fun. This kind of makes me wish I played like games with like VR headsets. I think I kind of know a spoiler about this, but I don't really know how it happened, so I'm curious of how I feel later, if I will feel like it was spoiled for me. But my son just went down for a nap, so I'm hoping I can read a little bit more. I'll probably end up picking up the second one after this, but it's really good. And the cover's fun. I kind of want the rainbow cover though. I'm gonna see if I can find that anywhere online because I'm really liking it. I definitely want to keep this series. We just tried to go for a walk. We did go for the walk, but now I'm a bit damp because it started raining at the back end of the walk and we had to like do a quick little jog on our way home. But so I'm about to sit down and hopefully read for like an hour. I have 2 hours and 2 minutes left. And so we are going to try to do an hour right now, but we will see how that goes. Okay, my camera battery died, which is rather unfortunate, but I did finish Warcross, 5 stars, obsessed. I have an hour and 24 minutes left, so I will be picking up the sequel, Wildcard, and get started on that tonight. It is 339 pages. I don't know if I ever really said what this was about, but it follows this, you know, sci-fi world where now everyone has like these like VR glasses basically, and it kind of like not enhances, but like there's digital stuff around everybody and, you know, digital currency and everything. And there's this really popular video game that comes with the glasses and it's called Warcross and it's really popular. And this girl at the start of the book is a bounty hunter and she like glitches herself into like the championship game of this video game. And, you know, then she gets a job proposal when she thinks she's actually gonna get like sued. It follows her being a bounty hunter for the inventor of this glasses and game thing. And it was really great. I loved the imagery in this. Also the covers are fun. I really want to see if I can find the rainbow one because I think it's really cool and like more symbolic, I guess, of the story. But I haven't read sci-fi in a long time and I really enjoyed this and this makes me want to read more sci-fi. So I'm gonna read the second one and I hope it's really good. But it is also 6:30 and my son goes to bed in 30 minutes. Normally my husband and I play video games, but I think I can fit an hour and a half in. If I read for an hour and a half straight, that'd be 8 o'clock. And I don't normally go to bed till 10, but I'm hoping maybe I can just do like a little 30-minute sprint here while my husband puts my son to bed, and then maybe like another 30-minute break in video games, then 30 minutes right before bed. And then I'd be done. But 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. Okay, the lighting is wonky because we're upstairs in our game room. There's Jordan playing games. But I've been reading. We're playing Apex together. But I have been reading in between games and stuff. And so I have 18 minutes left. It is 9:30. But I have been reading Wildcard, like I said. I'm at page 98. I'm really liking it. This isn't like the direction I thought this was gonna go, and I definitely have some questions. But all I know is I definitely feel like I'm gonna probably end up picking a sci-fi book up again after this. I didn't realize I liked sci-fi this much, and I know I thought that the last time I read sci-fi, but I do really think I like sci-fi more than I realized. So page 98, I don't know what it was when I started this book. I think I maybe had like an hour and 50 left. I don't know. I got kind of bad about pausing it when we were trying to put our son to bed, but I'm not totally sure. If it was just an hour and a half, then I think I've done pretty good. 100 pages an hour is a good job. But, so I have, you know, what did I say? 20 minutes left, so I will be doing some reading. Okay, I'm pitiful because I'm playing video games with my husband. I have 15 minutes left. Y'all, I'm dedicated, and it is 10:25, but here I am, I'm reading in between rounds, and I keep pausing it. I am nothing if not honest, so back to it. It is 11:16. This is not even a 24-hour readathon, but it's feeling it's feeling like it. I have
power through.
5 minutes and 39 seconds left. And this book, man, this one is even more intense, I feel like, than the first one. However, the problem is that I am playing a video game while reading a book about video games, and I am genuinely confusing the two. So, other than that, I think we're going to play this game, and then once it's done, I'm going to do my 5 minutes of reading, and then we will be on to tomorrow's screen time, which I think is like an hour more than it was today, so not great. But I will start at the beginning of the day instead of like at lunch. I did it. 4 hours and 10 minutes, and I'm like midway through a chapter, so I want to finish this one. I have like 2 more pages, but I will be ending on page 126 of my second book tonight, and this is so good. I'm glad I've marked what page I was on. This is so good. I'm obsessed. This is getting very intense. Also, I feel like this book has to be newer than I thought it was. I thought these were like older books, but they seem very, I don't want to say hip because I feel like that makes me sound like I'm 900 years old. 2018. It's older than I now thought it was. Like, I thought it was definitely like a 2016 book, and then now that I've been reading it, I was thinking it was more like 2020, but I guess 2018 is not too far off. Anyways, that is it for today, Sunday. I will see you tomorrow. Or Monday. Hello and good morning. I look crazy. It's only 9:30 in the morning and I've gotten my son up and we're eating breakfast and I'm drinking my iced coffee. And Graham is excited to be a part of the day. Today I have 5 hours and 3 minutes. Here's the timer. I'm not about to start it. Okay, he's going pretty hard on his bongo drums in the background. So we have 5 hours and 3 minutes and it's currently 9:34. And yesterday it was 4 hours and 10 minutes. If this is super loud, I'm gonna feel awful about it. But I'm on page 127 and I think this book has 350 pages, just like the last one. 340. So, reading Wildcard. I don't know what I'll pick up next, but that's where we're at. It's only 11 o'clock, but I'm finally gonna start, so here we go. Okay, I'm on page 141. I did not get to read for long. 4 hours and 50 minutes left on the timer. I think today is going to be kind of hard, but I got a lot of organization done in my house. Also, can we talk about how I'm just laying here talking to you guys? But I got a lot of organization done in my house. We moved in about a month ago, but then my husband didn't get here for a week. So we've been kind of just hanging out and truthfully procrastinating, unpacking, and organizing things, but I got a bunch of that done today and I'm way happier with how our living room looks. We still need a TV stand and I'm waiting. It is in my budget for next month, but now I have to go get Graham because he woke up and it is time for him to have a milk. So more reading later, hopefully. Okay, I got some good reading in. I'm down to 3 hours and 43 minutes. It's 1:20, almost 1:30, and I am on page 278. So it is really intense right now, but I need to take a break and do some stuff around the house. I really don't want to stop, but we have reached a really crazy part of the book. I will definitely be finishing this, and I don't know what I'm going to read next. Maybe I'll let Jordan choose. Okay, so I was hanging out with Jordan and we were playing video games and I was reading, and then he's doing some car research because we need a new car. And I ended up reading a lot more than I thought I was going to. So now I have 3 hours and 11 minutes left on my timer. I don't remember what the last update was, but I did finish Wildcard. I would give this 4.5 stars, I think. I really enjoyed it. I just didn't love it as much as I loved the first one. I kind of wish there had been more of like the video game, but there was a lot of like crazy plot twists that I didn't see coming, and some stuff that I did kind of think was gonna happen, and some things that I was like, whoa, didn't see that coming. So now we need to pick my next book, and I would love to read another sci-fi, but I feel like I would just end up comparing it to this. So I'm kind of thinking I should read a rom-com, and I've now read 2 out of the 6 books that were on my TBR game for the month. So I don't know if I should give myself a freebie and pick something that wasn't on my TBR that I want to read, or if I should read a rom-com that's on my TBR for the month. Tough decisions. Okay, so I grabbed the other 4 books that are technically on my TBR for this month because I think if I could get through one more, I'd then be halfway through the 6 that are on the TBR game, and I'd feel better about reading something else that's not on my TBR. So these are the options. I'm going to immediately rule out Well Up Ascension. I think I might want to read this. I might start this tomorrow, but this is a big boy, so I'm not feeling it right now. This one is like a Dancing with the Stars like romance, Take the Lead. I do have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, which I've been dying to read, so that one's a good option. And then I have In a New York Minute that was on my TBR this month, and I'll admit that I think I probably want to read this one the least, but it is 305 pages, and I think because I want to read it the least, it's what I should probably read. So I'm gonna try to read a little bit right now and see if I can get into it, and if I can't, I have to take the dust jacket off, and if I can't, I might end up switching. But also, this book is really cute without the dust jacket. I love a good pink book. It is now 2:25. I have 3 hours and 11 minutes, and I'm going to hit start. I like how this book opens. No one plans on getting laid off when they wake up in the morning. No one sips their first drop of coffee and thinks, today's the day. 15 minutes into checking my morning email and drafting a reply to that pain in the ass client Melinda, that I'll get a notification in Slack telling me to head down to the main conference room for an important chat. Relatable. Okay, Graham and I went for our walk. We go on a nice little 30-minute walk every day. I washed my hair, and now it's air drying, I guess. I'm probably gonna have to blow dry it. I'm gonna read for probably like 30 minutes, then go blow dry my hair. But it is 4:50, and I have 2 hours and 50 minutes left, so I have 3 hours left. Also, do you guys like my nails? I did them myself. I was very proud of them. Like I said, I started In a New York Minute, and it doesn't have the cover on it because I hate reading with the dust jacket on, but I'm on page 35, and it's, I think, like 305 maybe. And at first I was like, okay, wait, this is so cute. Why have I never heard of someone talk about this? Yes, 305 pages. I was like, why have I never heard of someone talking about this? And now there's been like a couple, I don't want to say cringe moments, but moments that I'm not loving. Overall though, I think I'm gonna like the story. Right now, all that's happened in the first 30 pages is this girl like literally had the worst day ever, which I can totally relate to, because if I have a bad day, it seems like it is only the worst. Like nothing good starts happening. Like this girl gets laid off, and then she gets on the train, and her like favorite dress she's had custom designed gets trapped in the subway doors and rips down the back. And this man, this handsome stranger on the train, gives her his Gucci suit jacket to cover it up. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Anyways, and now they've gone viral, and I'm really liking it. There's just been like a couple kind of like cringe lines where I was like, bleh. I'm drinking an Alani Nu, because otherwise I think I'm gonna fall asleep in like an hour. Time to read. Oh, I gotta start the timer. We're going. It is so late. My phone is almost dead, so I'm laying in bed to read now. I'm saying it's so late and it's not that late. Do you guys like my green pillow that's sitting here? Oh, this is fun. Surprise! Da, 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 da. Oh, that's like kind of a good spot. Okay, yeah, right on. Anyways, let's check my phone. I did change into a t-shirt because it's bedtime. So it's 7 and I have 2 hours left and I'm tired. But I'm gonna power through. I'm on page 107. So we're off to the races, folks. There we go. Oh, I meant to say, I feel like something happened. Oh, guffaw. That is so... Guffaw? I'm saying this wrong. I'm gonna have to look it up because I hate saying something wrong. I have read that word so many times. If I don't read that word again in this book, I will be so happy. But I'm up to at least 5 times. Like, I need this author to use synonyms for that. Because that is not it. Okay. Oh, let me do like a roll. I'm on page 128 and this is feeling like maybe a 3-star read. It's just, I feel like there's a lot of cliches getting crammed into this. And there are some things that I'm excited to see develop, and it could maybe be a 3.5 or maybe even a 4, but right now I feel like we're sitting at a 3. There's just so many cliches being thrown at me. I do love that they had this like weird meet cute and then they went on live television and it was like, there's some scenes that I just am obsessed with that are so good. And then there's just dialogue and other like cringy things that I feel like I'm not obsessed with. But they went on live TV because their story went viral of all these pictures people had posted of them meeting on the train. And he basically said on TV that she wasn't his type, and it just got so awkward. I was like having really terrible secondhand embarrassment. And now they've basically, you know, obviously they have to run into each other again. And she's an interior designer and his firm, accounting firm or something, needs an interior designer to do their space. So clearly I think they're about to start working together. That is where the plot seems to be going to me, but we shall continue. I turned this on just to tell you. They said this freaking word again. Look. This word. 6 times! Anyways, I'm up to hour 32. I'm on page 165. Blessings, it's over. With 12 minutes left. My thoughts are 2 stars, maybe 2.5. I'll mull that over. There were so many things I didn't like, and it got really cliched, and a lot of things happened too fast. Like, it wasn't insta-lovey, but it felt insta-lovey. I'm glad it's over. And I wouldn't recommend it, so it's definitely 2 or 2.5. Maybe 2.5, because I feel like I've read worse ones. But it's hard to say. Now I have to go pick out something else to read for 12 minutes. Okay, I have decided to start the final Gambit. I finally got my hands on this the other day after a very complicated situation where I bought this when I was pregnant. And I threw away the bag that it was in. And I finally decided, Sarabeth, you need to finish this series. So I allowed myself to get the 3rd book for the 2nd time. So I'm going to start this for 12 minutes and then I'm going to bed. Into the 3rd Inheritance Games book we go. We're starting it. I have 12 minutes left. Hit and go. I did it. I'm on page 22. And I'm going to bed. Okay, late start to today, folks. It is 11:58, folks. And today, this is rather unfortunate. Today I have to read, I do believe it is another 5 hours. It's Tuesday. 5 hours, 6 minutes. That's what I have to do. I went to the gym this morning and I timed myself because I read on my Kindle in between sets. So I do get to deduct 10 minutes. So really it is, instead of 5 hours, 6 minutes, it is 4 hours, 56 minutes, which is not much better, but I'm gonna hit go, pause. So here we are. We've got the timer going. And last night I got 22 pages into the final Gambit. Going to start with this. I will likely finish this and have to start something else today. 374, so I think this is the longest one I will have read during this video, but day 3, so far I'm like, wow, how do I use my phone this much? Because it just feels like a lot of reading. I understand why some people don't manage to read it all in one day. So, we're off. I'm also probably gonna change. I showered and I'm wearing green on green and they do not go together, but I read for 5 minutes and then I felt like I needed a shower, so let's start back up. I still have 4 hours and 43 minutes left. Okay, not much progress happening today, folks, so it's 1:57. I've got 4 hours and 9 minutes left. I'm on page 92. And I don't know if maybe it's just been too long since I read the last two, but I'm just not enjoying this as much as I feel like I liked the other two. But maybe that will change. We shall see about that. Okay, maybe I'm just having issues with repetitive words, but on these 2 pages, I can count how many times she says old man. 1 second, I think it was 5. 1, 2, 3, hang on, I think I missed 2 on this side. 4. 4 times it says the old man instead of Tobias Hawthorne. And his name is even on the page. We can't even say he, Tobias, the grandpa, old man. 4 times. 4 times too many. No, 3 times too many. I could have done it once. 1 time, it wouldn't have been the worst. Do you guys like how I read just flippity flopped everywhere? Me too. Old man again. Old man again. I have 3 hours and 26 minutes left. And I took a 45 minute nap because I have a migraine. So I just took some medicine and we'll see how that goes. But I don't know how much reading I'm gonna be able to do. I have to go aid my companion. I finished it. Let's see how much freaking time I have left. Still an hour and 27 minutes today. Okay, so I don't think I liked this as much as I really liked the first two. And they could not have used the phrase "the old man" any more times in this book, I don't think. I'm gonna say this one might be 3.5 stars, maybe 4. I don't know, I'm gonna have to let it simmer. But I just didn't like this one as much as I really liked the first one, or even the second one. But I still definitely recommend reading the first one. I think I might have liked it more if I'd read like all 3 at once, if that makes sense. But alas, I did not do that. Finished this, so I don't really know what to read. Was thinking about reading The Wishing Game, but I feel like it's kind of mystery-y, Knives Out-esque, like the Inheritance games. So I don't think I want to read that right after that one. I don't know if I'm really feeling a thriller, so then I was like, romance or fantasy is really what we're left with there. And I do have a lot of both of those to read. What I know if I start reading it, I'm gonna get really invested in is The Well of Ascension, which is on my TBR this month and is huge. It's 612 pages. So what I'm thinking about doing is reading some of this, but also at the same time reading The Nanny, because this is like just a romance. So I'm thinking like I can maybe break it up, because I don't think I can read this straight until I finish it, because I still have an hour and a half today, and then I think I have another 5 hours tomorrow. So I don't think it is possible for me to like read this for 6 hours straight, but I do think I can like alternate them. So right now I'm going to start with this, and we will see if I stick with it. It is currently 7:40 and I have an hour and 27 minutes left, so we will see how much reading I get done. I feel like I'm gonna read this way slower than I've read the other books. I read like 50 pages of The Well of Ascension, and while it is really good, it was not, my brain power was not at that capacity this evening. So I only have 27 minutes left. It's 10 o'clock, and I have been reading The Nanny, and I'm on page 58 of that. But the 50 pages of Well Ascension took me a little while, because my brain was not, wasn't feeling it. Page 96. This book is really good. On that note, I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, today I fear may go a little differently. It's 8:38 or 6, and I started not feeling great yesterday afternoon. And then my husband came home from work and he hadn't been feeling great, so I think we've got some sort of like sinus something. Today is supposed to be 6 hours and 10 minutes, and I just don't know. I realized yesterday that I think a lot of it is when I'm like feeding my son and I'm scrolling on my phone, because like I can't really do anything else because I can't like hold a book. So today I'm gonna try to read some on my Kindle and see if maybe that helps me get to the time, but I'm worried about making it there. I don't feel like I gave a great wrap up at the end of the day yesterday because I wasn't feeling spectacular. But so I finished the final Gambit, and I was honestly kind of disappointed in it. It wasn't the conclusion I was hoping for, I guess might be the right way to say it. It was still fun. I still would recommend the series, but I'm just a little disappointed in how it ended. And then I started 2 books after that because I'm trying to read The Well of Ascension, which is the second Mistborn book. And I got 30 pages into that, but these pages are like so long and the font is really small. And it's really high fantasy, so I read it a lot slower than I read other things. And then I decided my brain couldn't do it, so I'm reading The Nanny, and I'm on page 97 of that. And then the book I'm reading on my Kindle is Then She Was Gone. Let's look in the Kindle app. Yeah, Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. And I'm not Loving that. I'm really enjoying The Nanny. I'm really liking Well of Ascension. I love fantasy and I loved Mistborn, so I really think I'm gonna like that. There's something about Lisa Jewell's writing, and I have None of This Is True, so I'm hoping I like that one more, but I'm like not loving Then She Was Gone right now. And I am loving The Nanny. The Nanny's great. 6 hours and 10 minutes. I think even if I do it all, my brain is gonna be like mush because I do not feel great today. Another day, here we go. Okay, party people. It is unfortunately Thursday, August 10th. I read for an hour yesterday. I think my timer was for like 6 hours and 10 minutes and I got it down to like right at 5. But I slept for like 3 hours. Every time my son took a nap, I took a nap, and my brain was just not firing on all cylinders. I still don't feel great today. I'm more stuffed up and stuff. I'm gonna try to read more today because I do feel a little bit better. I'm kind of like clammy. I think I just have a sinus thing. And it is giving me a sinus headache, but I don't have a fever or anything, and Graham seems fine, but my husband is also sick. So last Thursday was 5 hours and 38 minutes. So I'm gonna set the timer for that much. I was just cleaning. My house is so hot. It says the humidity in our house is at 72%. And I don't understand why. It's not like we have any open doors or open windows, so like I don't understand how this is happening, but it is so warm. I was doing a lot of laundry. I'm trying to organize our bedroom. Finally, we lived here a month and I feel like I don't have my life together yet. But I would like to do some reading today. We're gonna set that guy. I'll pause it. But it currently says if I read right now straight, it'd be done at 4:38, and that is not happening because my son is gonna wake up soon. I'm just gonna finish the laundry and crank the AC down, and then I'll probably be back and I'll start reading. I think I'm gonna keep reading The Nanny because Well of Ascension, my brain is just not there right now. And like The Nanny is cute, I guess. I'm not loving it. Right now it feels like a 3. I feel like it kind of it's jumpy, but I don't know. Also, I took off my polish off one hand, which means I need to take my polish off this hand. So I don't know what I should do next. I wish it was fall, so I might do a fall color, but we'll see. Have I read anything at all today? No. I'm gonna sit down and try to do a little bit of reading right now. We'll see. It's 4:52 and I have 5 hours and 40 minutes left. I took another 3-hour nap. I would like to get 2 hours of reading done at least. I think that's realistic with my sickness and everything. So I'm gonna try to read this. I'd like to finish this ideally, but questionable. 402 pages and I'm at 178, so we will see. I'm feeling a little bit better. I took some medicine and I took my nap. So it is 6:53 and I have 4 hours and 26 minutes left in the timer. But I finished The Nanny. I have mixed feelings on this. I feel like this is like a 2.5 star for me, maybe a 3. Like truthfully, like it's hard because it's not that I didn't necessarily dislike it, but the more I think about it, there's a lot of stuff I didn't like about it. I just don't think it was for me, and I think 2.5. I think people who like really like spicy books, I think you'd like this more, but like that's not my fave. That's not necessarily what I'm always looking for. 2.5, unfortunately. And I don't know what to read now. Oh my gosh, I look crazy. Like I think I really want to read fantasy, but my brain is like just not having it. I don't want to read another romance, so I'm debating a thriller. I might try to read Survive the Night by Riley Sager, because I've had that for a while. I have a thriller I've been reading on my Kindle. It's my book club book for the month, but I'm not loving it, but I also do need to read it, so it's questionable. Look at how red my little cheek is. But yeah, I'd like to read for like another hour, and then I'm probably gonna have to call it quits and go to bed. Well, I've done almost half of the time today. Let me just add the 6 hours and then the 3 hours left from today onto the other days. I only have 2 more days of this, but I'm sorry I have failed. I am mad at myself. But yeah, I don't know what to read. I also don't think I showed myself reading this at all, but you know, I think I'll try it. I think I'll try a thriller. We'll try Survive the Night. I think it's in this stack that the camera is sitting on right now. I don't think I should read this before bed. I have 3 hours and 31 minutes left. It's 8:24. I did start the night shift and it's going better for me. I'm on page 82 and no, not the night shift. Survive the night. Am I good? I should not read thrillers before bed, but I'm going to probably read this for another 30 minutes. And then maybe tomorrow I can actually complete the whole day of reading. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday, so. But I think my naps are really contributing. But I'm gonna hopefully do like, I think another 30 minutes really quick, and then I need to like watch TikToks or something, because if I go to bed right after reading a thriller, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. This girl is in a car with who she thinks is a serial killer that killed her roommate. So don't love that. Don't love that one bit. That's the whole premise of this book, and I don't know why I started it. But there's only 300 pages, 318 and I'm on page 82, so I definitely think I can finish this pretty quickly, because today is what, day 6? Day 5. I have tomorrow and Saturday left of this. And Saturday I definitely think I'll be able to do the whole amount of reading because Jordan will be home. And normally he gets home kind of early on Friday, so depending on how my nap goes and if I read any in the morning instead of getting stuff done in the house. Because I don't know how long I'm supposed to read tomorrow. Let's check. But I do think I'm in a thriller mood. I wanted to do a video where I just read thrillers for a week, and so I really didn't want to read thrillers because I'm filming this video right now. Oh yikes, tomorrow's number is 5 hours and 58 minutes, and then Saturday's is 4 hours and 34 minutes. So I don't know if I'll hit tomorrow's, because that is the second longest one so far. So we will see about that. But I wanted to do a video where I read thrillers for a week because I have so many good thrillers that I really want to read. And so I don't want to read like a ton of thrillers right now. So I'm thinking finishing Survive the Night, and then I might read The Wishing Game, and then maybe one of the other rom-coms on my list. And then if I'm feeling good, I'll try to keep trudging through Mistborn. But I'm going to read for like 30 minutes before bed, and I probably won't give you guys another update, but I'll tell you in the morning how much I ended up reading. Okay, so I look crazy, but everyone in our house is sick, and I'm wearing my Christmas pajama pants. Aren't you all so delighted? So this is today, it's 8:40, but last night I ended with an hour and 36 minutes left because I did in fact stay up to finish Survive the Night. I'm gonna say that this is 3 stars because there's some things that I'm all for like not believable things happening, but this opens with this girl whose roommate has gotten killed by a serial killer, with her getting in the car with a complete stranger to drive 6 hours. And I just have a hard time believing that anyone who has gone through that is just gonna get in a car, no matter how much trauma and how bad they want to get away from their situation. But I read it in one sitting. I finished it last night, and I did enjoy it, and there were some things I didn't see coming. And there were some things I did see coming. My husband was listening to me like narrate this, and then he fell asleep. I finished at like 11:30. I took a screenshot to prove that I did it. So I did better yesterday than I thought I was gonna do, guys. So go me. Look, 11:19 yesterday. I had an hour and 36 minutes left. That was when I went to bed. It still took me a while to fall asleep. I have been struggling. Let's see how long. I think today's supposed to be 5 hours and 38 minutes. Was that what I said before? It's funny watching this back because it's like in editing form, I like had just said this, but in real life, I said it like 10 hours ago. Yes, 5 hours and 58 minutes. So we'll start a new timer. I'm sorry I did not complete the last 2 days, guys. I don't think I'm gonna complete today either, but we'll see. But first I have to pick out something to read. I don't know what I want. Because like I would like to read another thriller, but Graham says thriller. I would like to read another thriller, but I'm curious if I could do like a lower fantasy. Like Well of Ascension feels a little intense, but I'd like to read a fantasy book. I just need something like a little more chill. Looking for something more like ACOTAR level to read. Let me look around. I know what you're wondering. Have I read anything? The answer is no. I have not. I did pick, I think I'm gonna read The Dazzling Heights, which is the second book to The 1000th Floor, and I really want to finish that trilogy this year. So while I'm just on a roll of reading books, I figured why not. It is Friday, so I do think I'm gonna get some reading done. I did wash my hair and blow dry it because I felt icky because I've been sick for so many days. And I did put on like a cute little pajama set. So Graham just went down to take a nap, and I think this is gonna be when I take my nap. But if I don't fall asleep after 30 minutes, I'm gonna get up and read.